Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to talk about chips. Stop eating it, ladies and gentlemen. These chips are highly processed and these chips are highly addictive because they're high in sodium. These chips are, first of all, they're genetically modified, but that's not the worst part. The reason they're genetically modifying chips is because people like their chips and their potatoes deep fried. But what people don't know is that when you deep fry chips, when you deep fry potatoes, it creates a chemical called acrylamide. Acrylamide is formed when you cook potatoes at high temperatures and the starch, the sugar mixes in with the protein called asparagine, and it creates this acrylamide, which is bad for your body, bad for your immune system. It's bad for your pancreas. It's bad for diabetics. And on top of that, it's fried in hydrogenated oils, weak, denatured, bad oils, such as canola, soybean, cottonseed oils. These oils, ladies and gentlemen, are not natural. I don't even know why it's called vegetable oils. They're seed oils. They don't come from vegetables. So why is it called vegetable oil? That's why potato chips are so addictive. And that's why it's hard for people to stop eating them, because there's a lot of sodium in it. There's no nutrients in it. These nutrients are synthetically added back in. That's why you have to keep eating potato chips, because your body didn't get nutrients. All it got was processed sodium. It's the sodium that they put in it, it's not natural sea salt. It's processed salt, you know? That salt is not natural, you know? It's processed, it's chemically treated, you know? It's gonna leave you more thirsty, you know? And on top of that, the potato, that's why they're genetically modifying potatoes so they can take that protein asparagine out. So when they cook, because people like their potatoes cooked at high heat, they want to take that protein out, you know? So the potato won't form that acrylamide. That's why they're genetically modifying it to make it better. But they haven't found a way to stop that from happening. So what we need to do is limit, or because I was a big potato chip eater. I would eat potato chips like almost every day, and I couldn't stop eating it for some reasons. But it's the ingredients in it, such as the MSG, the processed salt, the oil, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, just eat real food. Boil your potatoes. Add a little bit of butter. Boil a sweet potato. Put butter on it. And there you go. It takes time, but because it's so easy to open up a bag of chips and eat it, you know? But it takes time to cook your food. That's where the discipline is. When you cook your own food, you're in full control of what goes in. You can add your own sea salt, which has minerals, which is better than processed salt filled with additives and preservatives, because there's additives and preservatives in salt. And that processed sodium isn't good for your body because it makes you retain water. When you eat food, you're not supposed to be bloated. When you eat food, you're not supposed to retain water and be thirsty in another 10 minutes. When you eat, you're supposed to be satisfied until your next meal in another 4 hours, depending on what you want to do. You're not supposed to be hungry. You know? Those foods aren't natural. They're pure filler. They're garbage. Don't eat it, you know? It was made that way so to make you addicted to it. That's why it was created, to make you addicted to it. So these chips, just look in the back and read the ingredients. I know people try to opt for avocado, chips made with avocado oil. Ladies and gentlemen, it's still the same thing. It's still heated at 500 degrees so it can cook, because these factories, such as where the chips are processed, such as Lay's and Frito-Lay's, these companies don't really care about you. They're just there to make a profit. And there's companies out there who are trying to make things better, but it's still the same concept. These oils are heated to high temperatures. We denatures the oil, and then they put processed salt on it. They don't. Some companies are putting sea salt on it, which is a step up, but still, these chips still form acrylamide, which is bad for you. You know, until they solve that acrylamide problem, in which you solve it by not cooking at high temperatures. You cook or boil the potato chips low temperature. That's how you stop acrylamide from forming. Because when you cook the chip, the potato, at high temperature, it forms. That's why you need to boil your potatoes and mash it with butter instead of oil, because oils oxidize. That's what's happening inside your body when you eat that stuff, you know? I'm not saying it's gonna be an easy journey, because people are addicted to chips, and it is what it is, because I used to be. But it's something that you have to, instead of eating a whole bag of chips, eat one bag of chip, and then gradually lower it, cook your own food, you know? And that's it. Thank you, YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.